This is the kind of a finished sketch of it. Different shading in the threads just to show a little bit of highlighting and can really accentuate that piece right there. So just taking it this time from a photograph, you can do it from your drawing or the picture, depending on how you start off with that. So just kind of center this in here so you can see it. And just using a pen tool to create the shape. It had a gradient down there, just popping it off, adjusting it with the direct selection tool, and just going up here making these rectangular shapes. I can curve them later, but or you can curve them right away. You can use the pen tool however you like, but just trying to give you two different options. So just kind of get it right here. And just using the pen tool to do some of the overall outlines. You see how the metal kind of bends a little bit, doing the hexagon there, and then doing the circular shapes, letting them overlap and using the shape builder to help build that. This is just one elliptical shape, rotated, and then duplicated back so that it has all these shapes. I've selected them and used the shape builder to kind of connect them all together. It makes it a little bit easier sometimes. Then once that's done, I can just select the pieces and click on some of the gradients, the metallic one, and then I made a shape that's kind of larger than everything but put behind it to fill in that background that's kind of missing there. So just kind of placing it in there so you can see it. And then make the drawing a little bit bigger on the side of it. So all these different tones, you can use the gradient editor on the toolbar, and then also the icon you can use for the gradient to modify the colors and the shading and the rotation, or linear or radial gradient. So that allows you to do those pieces. These are just some that are preset that once you grab them you can modify them right within the gradient editor or right on the gradient annotator right on the screen, depending on which one you like to use. Get comfortable trying both of them. So here, just kind of using that curvature and letting the gradient kind of shade that in. Didn't really use the mesh tool, just went straight with gradients on this one, and builds that part up. And you can modify this part. You can take the lines, curve these pieces. Just kind of gives you a little bit of a kind of a symmetry to it as well. So I just have a couple samples there. And just do a screenshot of this. I'm going to take and see if I can't go to the stroke up at the control panel. Try it up in here and remove all of the strokes, so it just has the shading tones going right into it. I didn't do any of the blurring on there, but I could have put a segment on there to blur the tool, so I might go back in there for some more detail in a minute, but just wanted to get the basic part of this out there for you so you can take a look at it. But it'll give you that selection. So once you have it, you can look at it, modify it. This is kind of just a crude beginning, but I can go back in and modify the basic part of it once I have this initial selection and kind of toned in there. But that's just that beginning part. Here's what it looks like at the end.